Classic Radio 105.5, Classic Radio 105.9. Good morning. Those of you also viewing GBN TV, whether you're viewing Channel 7, Channel 11, or Channel 20, good morning, welcome. What about our social media platforms, the Facebook page, the YouTube channels? Good morning and welcome. Welcome inside of Late Morning Buzz, GT with you folks. And we do have a guest with us this morning, an interesting guest, interesting conversation we'll be having. And let me introduce my guest. Let me say good morning to, that's Miss Viviann Telesford. Good morning to you, and how are you this morning, representing Nexa Credit Union? Good morning, and how are you this morning? Welcome to the Mid-Morning Buzz.
Good morning, and thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's nice to have you. Nice to have you. I mean, you know, when I'm speaking to someone with, of course, liked certain name is good. I'm Telesford too, so, you know, maybe we family. You just never know, right? Maybe you never know. Welcome to the Mid-Morning Buzz this morning. Our conversation this morning, of course, will be along the lines, because, you know, a couple of weeks ago, we heard from, the Ministry of Housing and so forth, speaking about the low-income housing and the condos and so forth that will be available. And it's happy that folks, especially our listeners and viewers, will happy to know that Nexa Credit Union is on board. And of course, in terms of, this morning we distributed information in terms of individuals who may be thinking, maybe I want to, get one of those condos. You understand? And what's the process they have to go through in order to obtain. So, tell us. So, my first question to get the ball rolling up this morning. Nexa Credit Union is on board in terms of with the Ministry of the Housing Authority and so forth. And what is the process that individuals would have to go through in terms of maybe they're wanting to obtain one of those houses and would need to come to you to obtain a loan and so forth? What's the process that they need to go through? Question number one.
Yes, so thank you once again. And of course, Nexa Credit Union, we are very happy and excited to be on board, making persons dream of owning a home a reality through this program in collaboration with the Housing Authority of Grenada. And we are trying to make it as hassle-free as possible for persons, whether you're a member or not yet a member. The process is very seamless. The first step will be basically to become a member of the credit union. And to do that, it's simply your 2 picture IDs, your proof of address, your job letter and payslip, and a minimum of $310 in shares. So that means that is actually how you're becoming a member, by purchasing shares with the credit union. And then all you would need is your letter that you received from the Housing Authority of Grenada confirming that you've been successful in your seeking to get that home ownership with them, right? For some persons, you may require life insurance, but of course, when you come in, we'll discuss that further and see if that is you.
All right. So to kick the ball off, you say individuals must become a member first and foremost. You become a member, you pay that membership fee that is needed, $310. You walk in that bit of information that was given to you from the Housing Authority. You come in and you start having that conversation. Where does the process go from there?
So basically, the process from there is a pretty seamless one. We would upload or complete your application, and from there, we can start the process in terms of sending it to the lawyers and getting that bit of legal work happening in the background. And then, of course, it's between us and housing now to get you your keys to your home.
Well, it sounds so simple in terms of how you were expressing it this morning. Tell me, how has for the individuals that have been coming to the Housing Authority thus far, or who may have known of the process that they go through, how has it been thus far in terms of individuals who have been visiting the Housing Authority wanting to get themselves that loan in order to obtain the loan coming to Next? How has that process been so far? How has that feel from individuals coming in so far? Have you been getting numerous requests?
Yes, we actually have been getting quite a few persons reaching out to us. We actually have some applications inside already for persons, some approvals already. So the process is actually going very well. We're not at the stage as yet to get persons actually in the home. We still new persons, we still have persons who have to go and view the properties and things like that. But in terms of the process on our end, it's going very well.
All right. So individuals, and you are now telling individuals, because, you know, folks who may be thinking, how am I going to get this loan? How am I going to go through the process? It's a simple process, as you mentioned. Now, after the process has gone through, and for God forbid that the process go through, they're able to obtain that loan and so forth. in terms of the payment action, they now comes to the credit union directly. They no longer have to deal with, of course, the housing authority after that stage has taken place.
Correct. And I must make mention of this, as you mentioned, payment as well. Because for persons who are interested in a one-bedroom unit, our payments can start as low as $250 a month. And for persons who are interested in the two-bedroom unit, the payment starts as low as $330 a month. So it's really, really a reasonable payment for the monthly payment, because we know we want you to be able to actually afford the home and then live your life,
Yes.
So we have made it really, really affordable for persons who are interested in this.
All right. Well, I'm certainly happy to hear that in terms of the payment request. Somehow I get a little feedback from you for some reason. I'm not sure why. But let's move along in terms of how we have spoken about the process. We have spoken now about the payments. How does an individual move forward in terms of after? Do you take care of the entire payment of the loan for them, or is it just a part payment? Some folks may would like to find that out.
Okay, so when you say in terms of the purchasing of the unit?
Yes.
Yes, so we are looking at the total payment to purchase the unit.
All right. So whether it's a single bedroom condo or the double bedroom condo, the Nexa will actually takes care of the entire payment, and no individuals will now come to whatever they decide on taking, whether it's a single or the double, and they come to you and make their payments on a monthly basis from their forth.
That is correct, yes.
All right.
And for payments, we set that up very easily, either your salary deduction or from your assignment, so you don't even have to come into the branch to make those payments.
All right. Now, tell me, you spoke about, insurance and so forth. That is actually something that's going to be needed. How important is that for individuals wanting to, of course, obtain one of those condos?
So when we talk about life insurance, we are talking about for the persons who more so may have existing other debts, based on the value of your loan, we want to ensure that you have life insurance coverage to, of course, if something happens.
So you're speaking in terms of collateral, you speak something as a form of collateral there now?
Life insurance, yes. So it's basically just to cover you if worse comes to worse, that your family will now inherit that condo. Because of course it's ownership, right? So it can be passed along to your family should you pass away. Yeah.
All right. Well, I wanted to ask this question. I should have got it in earlier in the other process, but I wanted to ask this also. Now, in terms of when we speak in collateral now for individuals wanting to have these condos, I'm an individual. My salary structure, I pass that on to you in terms of the information and so forth. And what are the main collaterals individuals need that they need to present to Nexa in order to obtain, if that is needed?
Well, here's the great thing. Nexa Credit Union has made it so seamless that we're not asking you for additional collateral at this time, right? For this particular loan, the condo is going to be the collateral.
Okay, understandable. So, all right. So the collateral. So it now becomes where, for some reason, an individual, forfeits, Nexa takes control, I would say. I understand that. All right. Now, any other bit of information you want to share? May that, there are probably individuals that are listening, that's something we didn't get in this conversation that you may have wanted to share in terms of, especially for folks who may have the interest, have just grown a wee bit, hearing some details that they may have never heard before. Any other bit of information you would like to share with us that we may have missed?
So I just wanted to reemphasize that it's really a competitive interest rate that you're getting, that the process is really a hassle-free process. The reaching out to us, we are making our loans officers are available and ready to take your application. So once you're available, you can come in, even if it's just to get some information. You can come in or you can call in, and we will be ready and able to assist you. All
right. And first, and in order for individuals, they must have that official document that comes from the housing authority in order to present to get a home. Not just phoning you and say, I want a home and stuff like that. They must have that official document from the housing authority.
So certainly, yes, you would have to have that official letter from the housing authority where you've been granted that approval to purchase the condo.
All right. I want to thank you, Ms. Stills, for that. I'm not sure if there's any other bit of information you would like to share this morning that, if that's it. I mean, the process is just that simple. There's not much to talk about in going forward. Because I guess you have said it all. From becoming a membership, you present that document from the housing authority. You go through the process through the process. If you are selected to obtain the loan, and that's it, basically.
Basically, that's it. Really simple, really simple. I just want to emphasize that it's really simple. The processing time is really quick, and we're there to support you and guide you through this process.
All right.
So, thank you so much.
So I want to thank you once again for being on the Mid Morning Buzz this morning and share the information. I certainly hope that the individuals who are listening and viewing are certainly happy to hear what has been shared, and certainly will take advantage of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Same goes out to you. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Hey, folks, that's a Mid Morning Buzz here on Classic Radio and the GBN TV. We're talking to Ms. Viviann Telesford from Nexa Credit Union, and we're speaking in terms of individuals who may want to obtain those low, of course, homes that was rented from the Housing Authority, and the process was just spoken about in terms of how you can obtain, and certainly hope that individuals will certainly take advantage of that. That's what we say goodbye for the Mid Morning Buzz here on Classic Radio and GBN TV.